Hey you guys, it's your girl T. So I want to come on here and talk about the whole Colin Kaepernick situation. Everybody named Mama was tagging me on this story yesterday, and this situation went crazy. So what went down is that basically Colin Kaepernick, he plays for the San Francisco 49ers. During the National Anthem, Kaepernick, who is biracial, he was adopted by white parents. And basically, he chose to sit down during the national anthem. He refused to stand up. This is also not the first time that he's done this. So after he was spotted sitting down, the NFL media decided to have an exclusive interview with him after the game that they lost to Green Bay. Because a lot of people were wondering, how come every time they sing the national anthem, he's not standing up? So this is what Colin Kaepernick had to say. He says, "I'm not going to stand up to show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color. There are bodies in the street and people getting paid leave getting away with murder." So when he made that statement, the internet went crazy. The racists were kumbayaing all through Twitter to go off on him. A lot of people were saying, how dare he even try and go there, and he's biracial. He was raised by white people. And then lo and behold, soon he was called a nigger and folks were just going off on him. The whole situation was a hot damn mess. I want you guys to go ahead and check out these tweets, the comments, the back and forth, everything that went down on Twitter yesterday. Check this out, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary. All right, so you guys just saw the comments and what folks had to say. If that's not crazy enough, a lot of folks were also burning his jersey. People were calling him un-American and unpatriotic, so they were burning his jerseys and everything else, so that was kind of crazy. A lot of people also wanted him to be fined. Some people were calling for him to be fired by the NFL. The 49ers have now today released an official statement, and this is what they're saying about the situation. This is what the 49ers are saying. They're saying the national anthem is and always will be a special part of the pre-game ceremony. It is an opportunity to honor our country and reflect on the great liberties that we are afforded as citizens. In respecting such American principles as freedom of religion, freedom of expression, we recognize the right of an individual to choose and participate or not in our celebration of the national anthem. Okay, so long story short, they're basically saying they're not going to do shit to Colin. He will not be fined, nor will he be fired from the NFL. So a lot of y'all who are wishing that, you guys are salty. Most that you guys can do is continue burning his jerseys that have absolutely no effect on Colin because, one, you already paid for it, so he got the money from the jersey sale, and it's really only hurting yourself, and you're also, messing up the ozone layer by burning his jerseys. But now, with that being said, I've noticed a lot of athletes, I've talked about this over the past few months, a lot of athletes are taking a social awareness stance. Carmelo was one of the first NBA players to speak out. Several WNBA players also use their platforms to raise awareness on issues affecting minorities around the U.S. Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, LeBron James. So a lot of people have been speaking out more or less. But I see a lot of folks, shocked by this and shocked by what Colin did. But if you follow Colin, if you see any of his social media postings, he's been woke, okay? He's been conscious. He posts a lot of pro-black imagery, a lot of pro-black messages on social media, on his Instagram, on his Twitter. So this is nothing new for Colin. Colin's been on this for a while. You know what I'm saying? It's just that a lot of people weren't paying him any attention until he spoke up. I see a lot of folks wanting to say, you know, that's not right. You know, he's disloyal to America. You know, how dare he? But what some of y'all need to realize is that the same freedom that you guys are crying about is the same freedom that allows him not to stand for the national anthem. Point blank, period. That's also the same freedom that people were pissed off about that allows Lil Wayne to walk on the U.S. flag if he so chose to. Can it be seen as a form of disrespect? Yes, and people have the right to see it as a form of disrespect if he chooses not to stand, just like they saw it as a form of disrespect when Lil Wayne walked on the flag. But at the end of the day, this is America. And that's the good and the bad part of America, is that people have the freedom to do what they want to do as long as it's not illegal. And it is not illegal for him to not want to stand up and put his hand on his heart and sing the national anthem. You know, you may not like it, but that's his right as an American not to engage in that. Point blank, period. And I also find it funny how hard people went at Colin. Nobody's saying that he's a kid. You know, he's all types of niggers and he's disrespectful and how dare he. You know, I've seen more people in the media pissed off about him not singing the national anthem as I am people being mad about what Ryan Lochte did. It's funny how Ryan Lochte was so protected, but, you know, nobody's really too much bothered with Colin getting all this backlash and being called a nigger and everything else. You know, so I find the whole situation interesting. I also see a lot of folks comparing him to Muhammad Ali and saying he's the Malcolm X of, you know, football. I feel like some of y'all are reaching as well, okay? You know, a man's greatest test is what they do when they're under real pressure, when they have no means to make money. That's when you'll see somebody's greatest character. Him just stating what he stated was, you know, how he felt at the time. But again, he's still getting a check. So I can't compare him to Muhammad Ali, because when Muhammad Ali said and did what he did, he was banned from playing sports. He was banned from making any type of money. He couldn't even get a regular 9-to-5. The only thing he really could do was go to colleges and do lectures. So to compare him making that statement to Muhammad Ali, I think that's a bit of a stretch. But, you know, kudos to Colin for saying what he felt, you know what I'm saying, and for being honest. You know, I hate when people ask folks a question and then when they answer it in a manner that you weren't prepared for, then you get in your feelings. Why did you ask me? You know what I'm saying? Why ask me a question if you're not prepared for the reply? If you ask me a question and it's not how you imagine it in your head that the answer would be, that's on you, not on Colin. And I think that's why a lot of people are upset, because they thought they were going to get some type of PC bullshit answer like, oh, I hurt my back, or I don't feel good, or my stomach hurt. And he was like, nah, I'm not about to sit here and sing the national anthem. There's too much racism going on, police brutality, black people losing their lives. But when folks heard that, they just wasn't ready, and that's why he got so much backlash.
I'll continue to sit. I'm going to continue to stand with the people that are being oppressed. There's a lot of things that need to change. One specifically is police brutality. This stand wasn't for me. This stand wasn't because I feel like I'm being put down in any kind of way. This is because I'm seeing things happen to people that don't have a voice.
So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation concerning Colin Kaepernick. How do you feel about him not standing up to sing the national anthem? Are you offended? Do you feel like he's a racist for not doing that? Do you feel like he's disloyal to his country? And then how do you feel about his response to why he refused to stand up and, you know, sing the national anthem? And then how do you feel about the backlash that he got? People burning his jerseys, calling him all types of niggers and everything else. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.